see here. And we throw those, we just kind of clip them. This is metal, goes in the metal. And then we put these in with dirty gold pins. We're learning, you know, what sells, what doesn't sell. You know, we want to save everything, but if you want to stay in business, you can't save everything. It's just as simple as that. I mean, you can really prioritize some things like vintage desktops, computers. Like, okay, we're going to try our best to sell them, but it doesn't always work out that way. So laptops just don't have, I'm talking again when I'm not supposed to be, while I'm screwing. So hold on, maybe I can come up with a cadence. Laptops don't have the market that desktops do. See, that was easy. It's not so awkward silence, you know. Why you gotta be so awkward, bud? Cool little fan, like it was a door, like it's so thick. Like, look at this. This thing weighs like 15 pounds. I mean, maybe even more. It's got like its own removable fan. This is a Dell. Again, another Dell. Apparently Dells don't sell well. Dell Inspiron 9100. And it is a Pentium 4 as well. It's just, I remember these laptops. I was always kind of a Mac guy with the laptops, but a couple people had them in class and in college and things like that, and just being like, these are so, I mean, you need, like, you get like back issues trying to carry these around, trying to carry these around. Sorry, I'm still getting used to that. What's this? I love my little precision flathead. Saved me so many times. I think this is the battery, but it is like melty on the side. So maybe there's some heat issues that melted the plastic. There we go. Dell battery, it is, I don't know if it's a lithium or not. Yes, it is lithium. So we will tape it, tape the terminal, box it up. I don't remember what we get for pound on those, but it's not bad, you know, and considering they weigh so much. So this is actually not that old of a computer. This is a 1 gigabyte RAM. So it's got a blazing combined 2 gigabytes. And I have no idea what I was talking about. So something about the book, publishing. I've been really working hard on it, writing every day. I've used my ChatGPT task reminder lately that just came out. You can, if you use ChatGPT, if you have a paid plan, you can use the remind feature. That, you know, you can say, you know, remind me every morning to drink water, remind me to journal, or you know, whatever. So it's been very helpful in kind of prompting me to sit down and write. And my kind of rules are, as long as I get like a paragraph out, it counts. You know, most of the time I go over that by a long shot, but you know, I like to have minimums as well, and it's kind of kept me focused. It's going to be a much longer book than I thought, because once I got into it, I started to realize, well, I could write a whole chapter on desktops. Like instead of like a chapter of like, here's the different type of materials, A, B, C, D, you know, desktops, laptops, routers, da. Hold on. You know, once I started, I started with the things I like and know the best, which is desktops. And I was like, you know, 6 pages in, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to have different chapters on things that, you know, the things that are more worth breaking down than others. And in-house here for my company, we just break down servers, desktops, and then the special one-off items that come in that we just kind of want to know what's interesting. And then we break down things for video content. We're gonna have a lot more content on our company's YouTube channel, because we own the at eWaste YouTube handle for my company, City eWaste, and we're franchising. So as we open more franchises, we're going to be, you know, having a lot more content come in from other franchise owners that are aware of the power of social media and video. So we're starting to kind of build that platform out as well. We got a star bit here on the CPUs. This has got that weird, it's plastic, but it feels like the plastic has like some metal in it. It's like this gray, powdery stuff. You see it you see it in old vintage ones. It's just covered in this, so it's like hard to tell what's metal and what's not. I'm gonna be smart here and get some gloves on after I stab this, because I am just pressing my luck on my knuckles. So let me get some gloves. Okay. Yeah, this has nicked me a couple times and it has not felt great. All right, so there's got to be something. Yeah, I was cornered. Okay, all metal with a little plastic on it, so that'll go into weight. I think I threw the last monitor in weight, but I meant to throw it in trash. If you're watching this scrapyard that we sell to, forgive me. There's a monitor in there, or a screen in there. Okay. So yeah, more video content using ChatGPT. It's been great. I have a hard time thinking. Here I'm talking. I have a hard time believing that a lot of white collar jobs are going to be around with how amazing these AI agents and bots have been. I've been using it for a little over a year now, and it's gone from this kind of like dumb prompty thing like, hey, do this, to actually recommending things, which is just wild. Look at this. I fed a couple chapters into my of my book in there, and I said, hey, what do you think of this? You know, like give me some feedback. And it was like such a hype, man. Like it was such a hype bot. Made me feel great, you know. And you know, I know they're just trained to say positive things, but it really did help me think a little bit more clearly about things, where maybe I needed to spend a little bit more time explaining some essentials for other people who aren't in it every day, to give them a shot at kind of understanding it further. Boom, that's nice clean copper. Some people do kind of separate this. It just really just like you could snip it and peel it back and get copper 2 for it, but I don't mind the price. We get it on aluminum copper heat sinks, so I'm going to keep it in there. So it's been super helpful, pretty much with everything we're trying to do here. With franchising, you have to come up with kind of an operating, an FDD, and all these systems, and so it actually made a great outline for me to get started. You know, we're seeing more and more venture capitalists and more industries expanding into eWaste. I saw. What is that? Let me inspect this real quick. That's not even that important. I saw a shredding company expand into eWaste the other day. They did just document shredding. That was their main jam, and now they're spreading their wings. A lot of clothing companies that are taking used clothing are now getting into used electronics, and you know, you can't not see it coming, right? I mean, as wasteful as we are, right, and consumer driven as we are, it's the largest, fastest growing, not the largest, excuse me, is the fastest growing waste stream in the world, more so in the United States. Obviously, household trash, far bigger than e-waste, but you know, as more things become e-waste, that's just going to get even more, even bigger. So yeah, we're trying to be in front of it all. You know? Why not? You know, why not expand the brand into different regions and have people run it and share ideas and have a centralized. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So it is metal. So it's like, it's plasticky feeling, but it's metal. So I don't, it's like maybe a zinc and magnesium kind of blend. And I don't want to put it, yeah, I'm just going to put it in clean aluminum. And then they can kind of let me know what it is when we get to the yard. Oh, and they let me know what it is. They are not shy. The whole scrap industry is just full of amazing characters. I love it. I just sometimes just love going down there and seeing what kind of comes in. I do it less and less, that I now have kind of a full staff that or a team that does a lot of the material management for me, so I can sit and write and work on sales and all that stuff that comes with franchising. I haven't been to the scrapyard in months, and I kind of miss it. So when they have a slide out again, you get docked, or we get docked, and probably in the industry a lot of people dock not taking the caddy off the board. So it's 4 screws, and I just greatly improved the price of this hard drive as far as the scrap value goes. So I said it's 4 screws, but okay, there it is. And that is, man, that's magnet. Yeah, it's aluminum. So again, oh yeah, you know what? This is one of those teeth boards that come off, I think. And I always put that in Dirty Fingers, and we sell that by the pound on eBay. Sells great. So this is a vintage hard drive, so I will put it in the further breakdown bin. But usually I just toss it right into the box, the Gaylord, and we would get hard drive with board price on it, which is much better than hard drive and caddy, and much better than hard drive without board. Because honestly, hard drives have gold in it, right? They've got a lot of but the board's where the money's at, because of the IC chips, and especially if it has gold corner BGAs or non-gold corner BGAs. I don't know what y'all call those, but they're the same materials, the same ball grid array on the bottom, but they just don't have the gold corners, and the fiber and the black is even than flush. We call them flatbacks, BGA flatbacks, and they really yield nice gold plastic. And then that is that weird metal stuff again. So I'm gonna just put that in with metal. And we've got a caddy board. Okay, so these old caddy cards for, I don't know, I guess they were web cards, or so you can have the internet on the go. They have the really nice pins on them. You see here, and we throw those. We just kind of clip them. This is metal, goes in the metal, and then we put these in with dirty gold pins. And again, that's what we sell by the pound on eBay. Sells great. People that are trying to learn how to refine, that don't necessarily have access to eWaste, or at large volumes, they're willing to pay a little bit more to practice. And so we sell them our gold pins and things like that. And I'll show you unclean pins. We gotta just save up here. We snip them. We don't want to rip anybody off, but like, we're not going after this, like putting in the screws and getting this totally clean. Great medical pins, nice gold ones. Sometimes it's just like plated pins that are real, and then sometimes it's really nice medical ones, military grade kind of ones. It all just ranges. So yeah, they buy it, we sell it. Hopefully I didn't upset anyone that is into the vintage laptops. Honestly, it's okay to be upset, but no one's buying it, and we wouldn't destroy it if people were buying it. So and if you do have a complaint, please, and want to buy the next one, please let us know. We'll sell it directly to you, as long as it's a fair price. Let us know what you're looking for, and we will get it for you. We get so many of them, we just can't say them all, man. So hope everyone's doing great. Stay positive in the comments. We'll see you next time.